What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Telcoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. We're doing this at the request of somebody who wanted me to wear my bucket hat. I put it on for every single video just because you mentioned it. I didn't write your name down though. I got so excited about putting on the bucket hat. I wrote down the coin, I grabbed my hat, and I forgot to write your name down. I'm sorry, but you know who you are out there. We're going to talk about this here. I actually just made a video and I did some math improperly here. I was thinking that a 10x would be at $40 billion, but that's not the case. It threw off a lot of my predictions, and it was like a 10-minute video that I made already. So I'm like, we got to redo this because I'm going to confuse a lot of people if I take it all back at the end. So let's ease our way into that, right? If that doesn't make sense, just wait. Okay, so Telcoin here dropping a little bit more than the average crypto. We're down about 9% today. Bitcoin itself is down about 2.2% today. So the average coin is down like 3%, 4%, something like that. You're down a little bit more, and that's fine. Telcoin does not have a lot of volume, low liquidity equals easier to move the price. So it's fine that happens. I do believe that you have lower to go. I don't believe that you just started moving down here from this consolidation phase. You just got below this low and that you're done. No, I don't believe that, but I do believe you have lower to go. From a low here to a high there, the target areas would be the 1272, 1414, and the 1618. I really do like this 1618, and of course I did just make a video, so I kind of know why I like the 1618. Here the 1272 doesn't make a lot of sense because that's about a 10% drop or less. I expect Bitcoin to at least drop 13% from here. So with that in mind, I don't think Telcoin drops at a lesser pace than Bitcoin. 13% at the 1414. I don't think it keeps the same pace. Something that's above Bitcoin's pace makes sense. 20%. Okay. 20% could be the likely stopping area, right at about a 0.0038184 area. Or we could go down as low as like the 200 zone over here, or something around the 1886. Essentially, if we look back to the left here, something at the top end or the bottom end of this little consolidation phase here, between 0.0388184 to 0.0034562, somewhere in that area there. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm anticipating to happen. Okay. Anything from a 20% drop, I'm sorry, guys. 20% to a 30% drop. That's kind of what I'm anticipating to happen from here. And then from there, we will probably recover. I think this drop will happen over the coming days. We will drop below this low. Yes, we will. We'll drop below that low there. I think that's the one. Yeah, the 1618 would take you below that low. And people will start to capitulate, right? You'll probably get a lot of volume. A lot of people will sell down here because we broke below this low. That means Telcoin's dead. But that's not true at all, man. Was it dead whenever it broke below this low? No, it was not. Is it dead now that it's breaking below this low? No, it's not. Let's go down and see here, just for example. Let's see. I mean, here you had this low, and it was maintained for a little while. You finally broke below it. I'm sure a lot of people crapped themselves for about a week, and then boom, we went up. You know what I mean? Here, this low needs to hold. Otherwise, we're dead. It went just below that low. That was the best time to buy. I don't know if I have any other really like good examples or want to make good examples on that, but that's just kind of the point here. Is I think it'll create capitulation. That'll be the bottom area. It's like this area that quote unquote needs to hold. It actually needs to break. Once it breaks, that means we're going up to the upside there. When we do move up, I think they're gonna have a phenomenal time. And we're going to get it right this time with these upside predictions. Okay, from a high to a low, I think the Telcoin here, if you're looking at it, a 10x from 450 million would be 4.5 billion. A 100x would be a $45 billion market cap. Are those given? Are those easy accomplishments to achieve? No, but I think they're very possible. And I think this coin could see that. Yes, Telcoin could see a 100x because a 10x from here is 4.5 billion. A 100x would be 45 billion, and those are very doable market caps. This thing I think could even see $100 billion or more. It's very, very, very possible. So Telcoin, if we're looking at it here from its current price, maybe we'll put it on a monthly basis so it's a little bit easier for me to do this. From its current price, that's not the current price, that was the low. I want the current, yeah, there we go, current price. The 1272 is about a 42x, okay, so 43x almost. 10x is 4.5 billion, so that would give us about what, like a 20 billion, just under a $20 billion market cap there. Very achievable, very doable. I like that as a minimum target, okay? Nothing wrong with that. And that does put you above the average altcoin. That means that you will likely outperform the average altcoin, and I could see that happening for sure. If we're looking at this here on the next target, the 1414 is likely not a stopping point. You actually tend to go just above it. So perhaps you do, and you see some kind of price around like 50 cents, maybe not quite 50 cents. It seems a bit too, maybe you do 50. Let's say 50 cents to like 44 cents, something in that area, and that could provide like a 90x, 91x to maybe even over 100x. You really could see that at that rate there. I like this area. I like this zone, so we'll stick it there and call it fine. You probably don't go to 50 cents if you were to go above the 1 for 1 for though. I think 48 cents might hold. So 48, 44 cents, 43 cents, whatever. Something around a 90 to a 100x is possible, and that again would give you a $45 billion market cap. Now I did say you could see a market cap over 100 billion, and what's great about that is that even here at a 192x, you're still not at $100 billion, right? You're very close to it, but you're not there yet. 100x would be 45 billion, 200x would be 90 billion, right? So here you're just below that. You're probably at about $80 billion, and that's a good area probably to find resistance as well. I wouldn't be surprised if you stopped there. Now let's say what the next fib targets are. That's all the way up here, and it's a 600 and something x. I don't think Telcoin's going to be worth multiple hundreds of billions of dollars by the end of the cycle. It could, but that would be crazy. That'd be crazy not because you see a 625x from here. It'd be crazy because that would mean from your low you saw a 3,520 something x. That's I don't think that's going to happen, man. So I already think that we're reaching for the moon here at the 1618, just above the 1414 areas. The 1272 being a minimum target of about like a 40 something x. That's phenomenal, man. So I think you're going to see some solid growth with this thing. I don't think that the market's done with you yet. I just think you have a little bit lower to go. You're in this very long kind of phase of accumulation. You'll probably come down and find support at the prior areas that you found resistance, and then from there, rocket ship, guys. You're going to be a rocket man, straight up. You're going to be singing that song by Elton John. It is by Elton John, right? Oh God. Oh no. We have to see. I'm fairly positive it is. Rocket Man. Rocket Man. Who made it, Grok? Who made it? I need to know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to restart this video. No, I'll just look like an ass, and that's okay. Rocket Man, who made it? Who made it? I need to know. Rocket Man, yes, Elton John. Okay, and Bernie Taupin. Okay, Elton John. All right. Anyways, gotta give a shout out to Bernie. I do believe that we're gonna go higher. Okay, I do believe we're going higher on a weekly basis here. Lower lows on the RSI, lower lows on the price, not necessarily encouraging, but overall, you are in a good posturing. Getting overbought and not getting oversold is a good look. You look phenomenal. Don't be scared about the downside. Oh, look at this. You probably do come down a little bit lower. I think a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, I don't know, what do I know? But some people might be saying this is bullish divergence. I don't think it is, and I expect that once you find your low, you probably even take out this low in the RSI. Once you find your low, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think you will be below this low here. Something around 00381, if I remember correctly, 3818, something like that. Something around the closing high of this daily price here. That's what I'm anticipating. And then from there, April, May, June, it's going to be a phenomenal time. When are you going to be at those highs that we were talking about? I don't know, man. Probably like October, November, December, sometime this year. That's my thoughts. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. And maybe we can look at the ribbons real quick just to see where we're at on this. Put it in a log scale. Monthly time frame, it's not looking bad, actually. Dude, you're about to get a cross. That's bullish, guys. You're pulling back into the cross. You're going to bounce out. This is a bullish setup right here, actually, man. I'm glad we looked at the ribbons. Weekly time frame, yeah, you probably go just below it. That's fine. That's actually very expected. Still bullish on the weekly, though. Daily time frame, it's not looking good, but that's okay. That's what we expected. Not good in the short term, very good in the long term. All right, guys. That's it. I'm done. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Thank you all very much for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. I need to drink some water, man. And I'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, I thought I clicked. I didn't.